Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.
The JasVynce.
What's happening? Welcome to a new episode of The JasVynce Show. I'm Jazz. Vince is on hiatus this week. So I have my co-host, Anica, is joining me this week.
What up?
So we're talking about season 17, episode 8 of Married at First Sight. The title is Divorce Prayers and Spider Scares.
Ooh, girl.
Back in Denver after their honeymoon, the couples explore each other's homes. The couples grapple with ending their journey as newlyweds when they're faced with a tough decision of hitting the reset button or seeking a divorce. All right, we're going to get into it.
Let's do it.
If this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave all the comments I'm responding to, so make sure you do that. All right, who's the first couple? What's the name?
Brennan and Emily.
Yes.
Brennan and Emily.
Yes. All right.
So Brennan does not like Emily. I'm just gonna keep it.
Thank you for that summary.
He doesn't like her though. Like, he was very cold.
I put that he was dry as toast.
Yeah, like they get back to the shared apartment after flying all day and traveling, and it's like, okay, cool. She's giving off very excited. This is kind of how I wanted to go. And maybe we shouldn't go to our separate places, if there's a disagreement. And he's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is
go to my house. I'm like, he wasn't listening or he don't care.
He don't give a
It's literally like a switch has been shut off and we're all like, what is happening here?
And he's not communicating what's actually happening. It's very clear that he's checked out.
So this was a good time for us to watch the after party, which I'm glad we did because we got some more context.
Yeah.
Where apparently something happened the last night of the honeymoon where all the couples were hanging out. And I guess Emily and Brennan were making out at some point. And I don't know what she said, but he didn't like it. And he was like very like kind of, I don't want to use the word aggressive, but I'm going to use it. It seemed like he was aggressive with her. And she kind of like checked him like, hey, I'm not feeling it. It makes me feel this way. Blah, 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 blah. And since then, every scene, it seemed like he's just been shut off. He was slowly shutting off, though, before. Because he didn't like the you don't like to have fun comment. Like, I think the last episode or the previous episode.
I just think he is far more sensitive than he's letting on. And doesn't know how to communicate, like, I don't like how you're talking to me, or I don't like when you say those things, because it's like, if I'm teasing you, like, you don't like to have fun, and then
we saw that side come out where he was like cussing about it. He was like, "What the f do you mean?" I'm like she said it was a joke. That's a bit much.
That's a bit much. That's a bit much. Like, you can tell me if that rubbed you the wrong way.
Yeah. But I feel like she said that she sensed that something was off. But my favorite part of this episode, of course, is like Pastor Kyle comes to visit and he's asking a question. He's like, do you guys feel you're invested in this marriage?
Yeah.
She very quickly is like, yes, I'm invested. Yeah. Brennan was saying nothing.
Yep.
He was saying nothing. I'm just like, is this the same guy that said he don't believe in divorce and this is it? Because he's not giving I don't believe in divorce energy to me. What else happened? He basically confessed that he doesn't feel a romantic connection, even though they seem to be aligned on everything. And she was like, listen, I need some more emotions from you.
Okay. And that's a fair thing to ask. I mean, like, it is 10 days in, so you can't be just like, oh, I need commitment from you. But
The commitment is already there.
But just the effort in that you are trying to figure this out and grow with me.
Right. So basically, Pastor Kyle was asking him straight up, like, what are you not attracted to Emily? Like, what about her is
Pastor
not attracted
Kyle,
to you?
come on with the right question.
That's what I'm saying.
Get to the point. He said, what is this,
Brennan, I feel like Brennan tried it. He said, we're not doing that. I was like, I don't know who pastor you're talking to.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
Pastor.
I was like,
not my pastor.
Excuse me? Mm-mm. He was like, it seems like, what did he say? We're not doing that. And then he was like, it seemed like he's being cognizant about what he presents on TV. And I was like, that means you're being fake, is what I was thinking.
Like, you're not really, if you say how you really feel, then you know you're going to get negative commentary.
But if you say that you're not attracted, if you don't say you're not attracted to her, but you say you're not answering the question, that the answer is no.
Yeah. The answer is no. You look shady, quite frankly. So
what did I wrote down that he doesn't want to come off like a jerk, but he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
And she said that she thinks that he's self-sabotaging. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know about that, but
probably. But who's the next couple? Cause you make me tired. I'm serious.
Oh, we got Clare and Cameron here.
Clare and Cameron
with the sparkling water. His accent be cracking me up. They seem to be like getting along.
Yeah. For the most part, I think if anything, if there's like any hiccups or bumps, I feel like it's coming from her.
What hiccups are you seeing?
No, I said if there's any. Yeah. Because she's so analytical already.
She's therapizing him, as I say. Girl, I don't know.
Okay. And I feel like he is just like, I'm just happy to be here. I am happy to be here.
I feel like it's more something else with him that we don't know about yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's very weird, and the previews threw me off too, but it's just, I feel like every episode we learn about something new about him. And also I wrote, he's looking forward to getting into routines, and he had on his poom poom shorts again.
Oh no. His poom poom shorts.
His sense of style is weird. Maybe it's because he's tall, so stuff be falling like higher up.
Probably.
But she said, she was like, oh, these shorts are really short. Yeah. Like, it was nothing left to the imagination. They look like panties to me. So I was like, yeah, that's a bit much. So they decide on sides of the bed they're going to sleep on.
Yeah. Even though that was I don't know. Watching that, I was like, this feels weird. Like, why can't, I feel like they're like trying to, what's the word? Be so over compromising and over understanding of just like, oh, which side of the bed do you want? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's like whatever you want. Well, but I know you get up more to pee. And it's like, well, you get up really early. Just make a decision. Y'all can change it afterwards. Gosh, it's not that serious.
I feel like they're like, it's like if I wasn't watching them with my eyes, like if I was just listening to them, I feel like I would know everything that's happening because it's like they're narrating for me, if that makes sense. It's very weird.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody was like trying to overhear what you're doing in the other room, they're like narrating it. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
So basically they go to each other's houses. What did I write? Claire.
So does he like live in a below ground apartment?
It looks like I think he lives in the basement of his parents' friends, because he's from New Zealand, so like he only has those parents' friends that live there. So I'm pretty sure, I think he lives in their basement, and he made her taste something called Vegemite that looked like poop. It looked disgusting. Like, I know it, but he was like, oh, it's an acquired taste, it's fermented. I was like, it's nasty. I can tell you that now. And then what else did I write? He has mad race medals and a lot of spider traps. It's a red flag for me.
Yes.
It's
he had a lot of spider traps. And it wasn't like no 1-2 spiders.
It was a lot of spiders.
It was a lot of spiders. Like,
no.
get some Raid.
Nope.
Get some Raid.
Nope. You need to pay to get the house sprayed.
Get the house sprayed. Do what you need to do because you're not bringing them spiders over to our new place.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
So when they go to Claire's house, what did I write? The dog was not rocking with him. The dog was ignoring him. Mm-hmm. And then what else? They were talking about religion. He's open to being with anybody of any religion, but he himself is not religious. And she said she was raised Catholic, but she didn't get into her faith until after her brother committed suicide. So I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
We knew this, but I was like, I could see, I like that. I feel like the couples this season, like when it comes to religion, they seem more open-minded than other couples that I feel like we've seen. So Dr. Pepper came to visit them, and I feel like Dr. Pepper kind of called it like, oh, you guys are struggling with your like physical connection, and this is nothing new.
We are 10 days in, mamas.
Yeah, but like he showed up to the dinner table with all the friends with all those roses, and she was like, oh, I could kiss you. Well, kiss him. We'll touch him. Like, I feel like in her head, she thinks she's being affectionate, but she's only being affectionate somewhat with her words. Look at that little church hug.
It's hard
that little side hug. Like,
in your mind, you're like, oh, wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I would like to do this thing. And then sometimes it just like doesn't happen.
But the girls even called her out before about it because she was like, yeah, I like him or whatever. And he said that I wasn't really being affectionate. He was saying that her body language wasn't like giving like, oh, I want to be touched. And the girls was like, no, that's true. The other day, like he had his arm around you and you were just acting like he wasn't even there. You were just sitting like straight up.
Listen.
I don't think she's aware. I think that she's been single so long that she don't know.
Exactly. Sometimes it'd be hard for some of us, to get out of our head and be like, just lean into whatever is happening right now.
That's fair.
That's where she may just be really in her head.
Well, Dr. Pepper says she needs to
get the fuck out.
She needs to touch him. Put your arm here. And she's like, is this okay? Is this okay? She asking for all this consent. And he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Okay?
She needs to learn how to let it flow.
Let it flow. Let it flow. All right. Who's next?
Next is... Are we supposed to be rating them too?
Yeah, we can rate them at the end.
Oh,
I
thought this was such a weird question.
Yeah, they did a poll in the middle of it. What is the hardest part of moving in with a partner? Like, I'm curious. I need y'all to drop in the comments.
Please do.
What is the hardest part? Because for me, I would say A or B.
I would say discovering their quirks, for sure.
Really?
Yes, because, yes.
People be that weird?
Yes, girl, yes. People be very particular about how they are in their home.
I'm particular about the cleaning.
That's what it's usually centered around.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, and I don't want to, create gender bias, but I really do feel like for many women, it's quirks around cleaning. Yeah. Quirks around organizing the home. Okay. Quirks around just like, what most arguments we hear about people who live together, and especially in committed relationships, you leave things on the floor. Yeah. You leave this up. You did it.
But to me, that's cleanliness. A quirk, when I hear, discovering quirks, I'm thinking like he snores weird or he poops with the bathroom door open. Like that's a quirk to me. Or you do that allergy noise thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's a quirk. Okay? Like that's a quirk.
Yeah. But I would have to say discovering quirks and probably cleanliness for me. Okay. For sure. Absolutely.
All right. Y'all let me know.
Yeah. 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 So definitely put in the comments what you think. If you want to elaborate, great. Maybe not a dissertation, but elaboration's always good. Just to hear, or if you have a story, please share it in the comments below.
Let's talk about it. All right.
Yeah. So, who's the next couple?
Who's the next couple?
Me? Did you pause it?
All right, so yeah, we gotta shout out our
okay.
sponsors today.
Oh, okay. This is a commercial break.
This is a commercial break, guys.
To shout out to our sponsors for today. Maybe not this clunky ass bag, but this is, I sell tote bags on Etsy. This is one of the bags, with some really positive sayings just to keep you uplifted in life and carry all your necessary things, or for whatever you need. Maybe going to the gym, running errands, getting groceries, or going to the beach, or just a day in the park, whatever have you. So yeah, I sell these tote bags. You can find me under the name of BlackHoneyGold on Etsy. This one says, surrender to the universe and trust divine timing. They're at a great price. They make great holiday gifts, if that's your thing. And it's a great way to support this Black woman.
Yes.
So I would have
the
really
link will be down below.
Yes. Appreciate you checking it out. And that's our commercial. Thank you to our sponsors. And
we had to pay the bills, guys.
Okay.
Next couple.
Next one.
Austin and Becca.
Yes.
I feel like theirs is pretty quick. They discuss chores. He has roommates, so he said, I basically clean up after myself. I'm pretty clean.
Pretty much. I feel like they actually like each other.
Yes.
I think Becca likes him more than he likes her. But I think get that. But I do think he likes her.
Yeah.
And I think they can just build upon what they're experiencing right now. Yeah. What I'm feeling with a lot of the women in this episode, is that they are quicker to invest in the relationship than the men.
Yeah.
Like they were on the commitment train since day one.
Yeah.
Whereas the guys are just like, I'm still walking to the platform.
You walk to the platform when you walk down the aisle. So
yeah, they were like, I'm still walking.
Yeah.
But because are they the only ones who slept in the same apartment?
No, Clare and Cameron did too.
Oh, okay.
I did write that. I was like, they slept in a new place together.
Yeah, they slept in a new place together. It was like, it's like they're willing to jump in both feet.
Yeah. Together
and really experience.
I feel like they're both quirky.
Yeah.
And they kind of are on the same wavelength. So like, I feel like the things that will be an issue for them is more like something major.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I thought it was interesting when they had the Pastor Kyle visit and they were like, they wanted to ask Pastor Kyle why he matched them because it seemed like they were a mismatch.
Yeah.
For religion, because she's an atheist. She was raised Jewish, but now she's an atheist and he's Christian. And Pastor Kyle was like, what do you base your life on? And both of them, it all boiled down to love.
Okay.
And he was like, you guys have the same values, and he is not the type of Christian man that is like, oh, I'm going to beat you over the head with it and you're going to hell if you don't believe this.
Yeah.
So I was like, I love that moment because I feel like these people never ask the real questions to the experts when they come.
Okay.
It's always like, we got to wait till it's a house fire before we talk to to understand the match and understand who we married more. It's annoying.
Guys, couples therapy is okay. The house doesn't need to be on fire. Hell, the oven don't need to be on for y'all to go.
Yes, please go.
You just go. If you meet someone that you really like and are committed to being in partnership with them, and both of y'all are open to going to couples therapy, just try it. Maybe 1 or 2 sessions, because the important thing is that for y'all to hear each other and communicate. And if it's like, okay, there's something, we are not compatible, y'all can walk away before it's like, well, let us try to, I don't know.
I mean, some things can be compromised on, but
some
things you're just not compatible on, and it's not, for some people, it may be a deal breaker, but you need to know that and have the conversation.
And having a third party can sometimes help you really move through the conversation.
If you need a good couples therapist, DM us. Thank you.
Them, not me. I don't know nobody. I'm just saying.
All right, who's the last and final not couple at this point?
This Orion nigga.
We don't be saying the N word.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is why they don't have no guests. Because the folks be saying whatever. And be like, we don't say that on here. And then they can't post their shit to YouTube. My bad. Don't take down their stuff, YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. It's my fault. Don't ban them. My bad.
Oh my God. I wrote down Orion is flip floppy.
Flip floppy. For no reason either. I'm just like, how long are you trying to be on this show?
He works on my nerves. He said on the plane, there was a conversation he had where he said, he told Lauren, I want to do a full reset. Let's take a few days. And then at some point he tried to meet up with her, but didn't follow through. And then he was like, oh, I want a divorce, by the way. So my man's is flip floppy. Okay.
And I want to be like, how did you get on this show?
They should have matched her with Michael, the guy that got jilted.
Okay.
At this point. I mean, they're the same, similar look and vibe, I think. But I feel like Michael would have been a better match, honestly. Let me know how y'all feel about that.
A redo? I feel like
they showed a preview before where they were talking to Michael about rematching, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
Do you guys talk about other like dating marriage shows?
We can.
Oh, because I'm like, I feel like they did that on Love Is Blind for some point, didn't they? Yeah. With that hot mess one with Paul and that ugly blonde girl and the ugly.
Oh yeah,
but they did that on their own.
Yeah. That girl was horrible. But these are like legal marriages. Yeah. So it's like, it's not like we could be like, oh yeah, divorce over here. Like,
that is kind of weird. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So,
but
I was here for the fact that they met with Dr. Pia on after party. They said it was a 4-hour conversation.
That's really
I was
long.
like, yeah, I could see why you would end that conversation, but like, yeah, I just wanted a divorce because at this point, I want the conversation to be over. Like,
I'm tired,
but
because it wasn't like this is the first like really long conversation they having.
They had already spoken to Pastor Kyle before at the honeymoon.
Okay, and I'm sure they're having their own conversations by themselves off camera. So I know baby girl was like, I am done.
I feel like Orion tried to gaslight her.
Absolutely.
I really feel like he did because he was like, your reactions go from 0 to 100. And my good sis said, if there's a reaction, there is in fact an act.
Ooh!
Yes. Yes.
Let him know, girl.
That is the definition of a reaction.
Let him know.
I was like, thank you.
Know. Okay.
Dr. Pia even called him out too because he was like, yeah, like, she was like, I really want to ask you to extend grace and like, you know, put in like, I don't understand this rigidity about this.
I couldn't figure that part out too. I was like, why are you so rigid around these inconsequential things? Or maybe not inconsequential, but they're like just way more trivial than it need to be. And I'm just like, you have to have grace in a marriage.
I mean, she had grace for you saying the N-word. So I really wasn't really understanding it. But I want to, you know, I get it. That's your life experience and that's fine. But I just feel like that's not marriage.
That's not.
Marriage, you can't be scared to be vulnerable about things.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, this is it. Like, I can't get past this. If she cheated on him, I would understand it. Or if it was actually something that happened.
Right.
Y'all are having a conversation, getting to know each other.
Pretty much. And I'm not saying like, she didn't actually say anything to you that was harming.
Not directly. It's like you have to think about the intent behind what was said.
Yeah, but it was.
But also, you said it.
Any harm done was more out of ignorance.
Yeah.
More than intentionally harming
right.
you. Also, you said the word because I didn't know what you were talking about until you said it.
Right. I'm over him, to be honest. I appreciate Dr. P for calling him out, being like, how does
Yeah.
control show up in your life? She's like,
Okay.
you're uncomfortable, so you're trying to
Okay.
remove yourself from a situation.
Come
And I
on.
was like, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
But it's because he doesn't know what marriage looks like. And Lauren
Okay.
basically was like, I knew marriage was ups and downs. I knew what it looked like. And she said, I can't wait to be with somebody that wants it as bad as me.
Again, how did you get on this show? Because it's even clear that relationships might not be your strong suit, Papa. It might not be your strong suit.
Lord.
Because even in the after show, Keisha, aka Rudy, was like, so are you still ready for marriage? He's just like, I don't know. I was like, well, we could have told you that. We could have told you that. And we would have saved my good sis,
right?
All of this.
They could have matched her with somebody else. Embarrassing.
Like,
okay.
I know she is. Every scene I saw her in talking to that man, I know that girl was seething with anger till she cried.
Yeah,
because it's like,
it was frustrating. Making a
fool out of me,
especially knowing that it was 4 hours of a conversation too for the second or third time. That's kind of crazy to me. Like, I'm like, please get me out of here.
And just knowing from the moment we left the honeymoon, everyone's like, so how are things? It's because you're giving very icy, you're giving very cold. I know she's angry, and I know she's being perceived angry by viewers.
And she didn't want to be perceived that way. That was the other thing.
Exactly. And she's the only black girl there. There's so many layers. Girl, I see you. But, and for her, and she responds, we have our reconcilable differences. No, it's not that. Excuse me?
But then you ask for a divorce the next week. I can't. I feel like we are all confusion. Where's the white cat? Somebody give me the white cat if you got it, please, because I don't. I'm confusion. I don't know what's happening anymore.
I'm very glad that they are getting a divorce because she deserves better, and Orion deserves therapy. Actually, I wish therapy on every person on this show.
We speak therapy over here.
We speak therapy over here, but him and Brennan, my G, in particular.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to these ratings.
All right. Who are we rating first?
Emily and Brennan. Last week they got a 5 out of 10. Oof. I feel like they dropping it low. Okay, I'm gonna give them a 4, and that's being nice.
You're giving them a 4 because
she's carrying this thing, right? Yeah. If he's at 0, she's giving she's carrying it right now for me. So, and I'm actually impressed with her because I thought she was gonna be a no-go for me.
Yeah.
So she is showing commitment. She's never been in a relationship before, and I'm surprised. So I'm gonna give them a 4. Okay, who you got?
Comment below what you would rate Emily and Brennan.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comment below. We would love to hear what you're thinking. I am going to give them a 4 as well. Brennan is basura at this moment in time. And too many of us have experienced a Brennan in our dating past. You don't have to admit it, but you know you have, baby. Okay? I've experienced 1 too many Brennans as well, and I carry that shit until I said, I'm going to put my bags down like my good sis Erykah Badu said. Okay?
All right, Cameron and Claire, they got a 5 last week.
Cameron and Claire. Yeah.
I'm going to give them a 6. I think that they're doing actually decent.
Yeah. I would give them I would give them a 6.5.
That's nice.
I think Claire, that's her name, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Claire needs to get out of her own way.
Mm-hmm.
For them to really blossom. I think when she does, I am gonna be watching. If she does, or when she does, I'm gonna be watching how Cameron either rises to the occasion or just doesn't.
He hasn't been in a relationship longer than a year, so I'm scared. I'm scared of this, honestly.
That sounds like a disaster.
All right, moving on to Becca and Austin. I'm gonna give them. I feel like they get a 7. I gave them a 5 last week, but I'm seeing them going in the right direction. I'm happy for them.
They seem hopeful.
Yeah.
They seem like they would be sticking it out past decision day, and that they would be choosing each other. So I would give them a 7 as well.
All right, and then LaRyan, the couple formerly known as LaRyan. We gave them a 3 last week, but if they get a divorce, they get to 0 at this point.
And if they do get any points, it goes solely to Lauren.
Yeah, she carried that basically.
She did.
So, well, this has been another episode of the JasVynce Show featuring homegirl Anica. Make sure you check out.
Oh yeah, I was like, check out what? Oh yeah. You can find my Etsy shop at BlackHoneyGold.com. You can also find me on Instagram by that same handle, BlackHoneyGold. So yeah, check it out.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This has been another episode of the JasVynce Show. Peace.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.